Hello, and welcome to the Main Meal Weight Management Support, where we find the confidence and self-esteem necessary to meet and maintain our weight goals. So this week, let's talk about being free from the past. Can you think of an incident that you remember that always has you feeling hurt and angry or resentful? It can be anything. Maybe it was fat shaming or skinny shaming or anything that was designed to make you feel small and broken and inferior. The emotions wrapped up in these hurtful memories set a pattern of thought that keeps us stuck in our habits. It makes us self-sabotage. Once we engage in the emotions from that memory, the shame and resentment, we're fully absorbed in the past. It's like time travel. Zoom, we're living in the past right now, and we are in a loop that we just don't seem to be able to get out of. We stop being present to our current conditions. We stop being present to the experience that we're in. We revert to autopilot, making the same choices and doing the same things that we've always done. We're in a reaction mode rather than a response mode. If we can remove the emotional charge from being overweight or underweight, then it's just a process. We find a plan that we can live. We find one that works for us, for our health, for our needs, for whatever satisfies us physically, and we work the plan. We aren't devastated if we deviate one little bit from the plan that we're on, and we don't throw a party every time we succeed. Without anger and resentment, the plan becomes practical and it makes sense. It's not a burden we have to bear. It simply is what we do. So if we can find a way to look at those past hurtful memories and look at them a different way, is there a way to take the emotional charge off of that? Can we see the situation from an adult eyes instead of a child's eyes? Can we see the situation or think about it if it happened to us today rather than back then? How can we take that emotional charge off of those old memories and free ourselves from them so that we're in the present moment? We don't need to time travel to the past. We want to stay in the present. We want to simply make a response. We take the emotion out of it. It's just what we do. We respond. We say something different. We speak up if we didn't speak up. We hold our tongue if we spoke up and said something very hurtful. We just do what we do. What's one memory you'd like to be free of? Is there more than one? Take them one at a time. How could you be free of the emotions that are attached to that memory? What would it take for you to see it from a different angle? And how can you transform that memory from a source of resentment into a non-issue, into just, okay, it happened. How can that memory serve you better? That's the best question. How can that memory serve you now in a good way, in a positive way? How can we free ourselves from the past? These are things to think about. I don't have all the answers. It's not easy. We do the work and we continue on. So this is the Main Meal Weight Management Support. Join me every Wednesday about 10:30-ish Pacific time, where no matter what changes you're making for yourself, the primary word in the title of my company is support. Let's do this together. No matter what changes you're making, it's a game of solitaire, but it should never be played alone. Let's do this together. See you next week.